Okay, so we executed the query, we picked up the query ID, and we passed this query ID to a system function available from Snowflake that displays basically the same information that you have in their nice looking query profile. With this information, we created, guess what? We created a graph using the same graph viz. Okay, and look, this could be polished, this could be enhanced, this could be embedded in your specific application that may use something more than just the isolated query profile. Copy and paste the setup SQL file attaches a resource to this lecture in a new SQL worksheet. And look, try to execute everything except for the last statement. But before this, what do we have here? I have a rather complex SQL query on some sample data. You can see here Snowflake sample data, TPCH SF1 customer. Okay, it's in here. Yeah, TPCH SF1 and customer. Let's have a look at this table. Okay, this is our table, and yeah, I know that if I issue this query, I will get something, and I will get enough complexity. So let's just select everything in here. As I said, we'll execute this one, but right before, to make sure that we'll not execute anything from cache, the way I do is sometimes I modify an alias here, and yes, this way that you know that you'll not execute the query from cache. What I will do here, guys, look, I will select everything up to here. Okay, so I will execute this query. Okay, later on, I will get the query ID. Yeah, I can get it programmatically, or I can see it here. I will click to copy. I will copy this one, but then I will click directly on this link because I want to look at the built-in query profile. Yeah, they have a very nice looking query profile here that will tell me the blocks executed by this query, and you can see that's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of information. You can click on each, and what's interesting is they display what the different steps basically for every clause. Yeah, I have joins, I have table scan, I have filter. Yeah, for the where, and they tell me, you see, how many rows I had before the execution of this step of this operator. Yeah, they call it operator, and how many rows I have after the execution of this operator. You see here for the join, I join 53k rows with 45,000, and I get 40,000, and so on. Okay. Going back here, so I already copied the query ID. You'll see why. Yeah, I not execute this one because this is what it does. Or maybe I'll execute this one because I want to pass the query ID to this call get query operator stats. Let's see what this built-in system function does. It will return me some information which is very similar to the built-in query profile, but definitely you can call now this function and programmatically build your own custom query profile. You see this one? Yeah, these are the operator types that we had, input rows and so on in JSON and so on. So what do we expect? What do we expect? We should use this function right now from a small, guess what? Streamlit application. As usual, create a new Streamlit app, copy and paste the content of the Streamlit.py file attached to this lecture. I did it here. I updated the title, and look, by default, I show you here a query ID. I will replace this with the one that I copied before. Okay. Fortunately, I don't have it here anymore, but I have it here. Look, I can go here. I will say copy this one, and I will paste it here. Okay, and yeah, I will say Control Enter, and yeah, that's interesting. You can have a look at the code. You can improve the code. Yeah, definitely. What I show you here, what you expect. Okay, let me get this out of the way. Okay. I display the result of the get that specific function, yeah, that we called before. But then I generated Gravis code. Gravis code because I want to create my own tree. And look at our tree here in as a graph. Okay, uh, it is rather long because this is what we had. So I built this, guys, and you can build it too. You can expand it. I was interested into getting the same information, number of rows before and after, and so on. You can have a look at the code and. You may find some utility because there are instances where you want an enhanced query profile. So why would we need a custom query profile when we have a very nice looking query profile built in the web UI? Well, there are instances where you may want to pass some specific information there, or you can make this part of your own applications that you may further distribute to your customers through the marketplace as a native app and so on. So I'll just pass some ideas here. The small application I built here was using get query operator stats, yeah, the system function, as you've seen, to return the information that the built-in query profile basically displays. Okay, this query it takes a query ID. Okay, so you can actually execute a query and then automatically pick the query ID internally. Yeah, you can change the application this way. Yeah. Then what I use here, I use the old GraphViz, yeah, because the layout would be automatic here, yeah, definitely. Inside, we looked at the result and we've seen that some statistics are returned in JSON format. So we had to do some little JSON processing inside. Okay, so definitely, this was important for every step or operator type. Okay, we display the number of rows in, so before, and the number of rows after. Yeah, the number of rows basically between the steps. Okay, our small application has most, if not all, the information displayed by the built-in profile, and basically this is what you get from the call to get query operator stats. I think the application can scale rather well, even for complex queries with many steps, because even then, you rarely display, I don't know, dozens and dozens of blocks. So rendering this one the way we did as a graph was appropriate.